Hi, Paul Katroff with 423buyland.com. It's a very special Christmas. You see, today we are taking a drive up to Italy, Texas. And this is about 3 hours north of Livingston, where we sell our RV lots. Well, we've had a lot of people that we've talked with that said, Paul, we want to put a cabin on our lot, the best structure to put on there. So this is very special because we are going to take a tour of a show yard of monolithic domes. The Monolithic Dome Institute, located in Italy, Texas, is a builder that produces a very non-conventional structure. And what they do is they build a concrete reinforced dome as a non-conventional abode. And what that means is it's like a gigantic tornado shelter. It is hurricane proof. It is tornado proof, F5 tornado proof. It is fire proof, pretty much flood proof. It's a solid concrete dome that can withstand winds of in excess of anywhere from 275 miles an hour to 300 miles an hour. They make excellent rental units. You see Airbnb structures used like this. And we thought, hey, it's right before Christmas, and it would be really cool just to go show everybody out there on our channel a new way of living, an exceptional design in every way that you can avoid having to pay insurance. You can cut your utilities costs in half. If your electric bill is $150 a month, you'll cut it down to around $70, $75 a month. If you're paying $150 to $200 a month on insurance, well, you don't need it now. For heaven's sakes, it's tornado proof. Not resistant, but proof. Mainly because of the shape. You know, the dome has been used for hundreds and hundreds of years throughout the Roman times and the earlier times. But I saw this show yard online, and I was just so enamored by it. And you can see some tours on YouTube. Other people have done them. But we thought, hey, for our lots, if you're interested in rental units, if you want an indestructible place to go reside at, then we're going to take you on a custom tour today, something outside the norm, something that's really exciting. So we're on our way, once again, to the Monolithic Dome Institute of Italy, Texas, and we're going to do a drive around, and I hope you guys enjoy this. Good luck, Paul Katroff, and stay tuned. We are now going through the little town of Italy, Texas. Real small town, real quaint. And we're only a few miles away from the Monolithic Dome Institute. Just thought I would show you what this cute little town looks like. Pretty neat, huh? You can't beat Texas. Unless you go to Colorado. All right, we're creeping up on the Dome Institute from the highway. Pretty exciting. Look at that. Wow, pretty cool. Pretty cool. This is going to be neat. Very cool. We're coming up on the Monolithic Dome Institute. You can see these little UFOs everywhere. That's what I like to call them. And it's pretty exciting. Something that you don't see every day and that we're proud to bring to you. Here we are.
Take next right.
Yeah, they've got rental units and everything. We need to find there it is, Monolithic Dome Research Park. Pretty neat. Okay, we need to find the visitor center right now.
Arrive to destination in 600 feet.
I believe that to be the owner's house, actually. Pretty cool. All right, let's find the visitor center. All right, that's the visitor center, I believe.
Yeah, right there, visitor center.
Okay, we'll go in there. I think he's got a video for us to watch. Let's go check it out. All right, Paul Katroff. I'm here at the visitor center for the Monolithic Dome Institute, and we're going to go right inside there. I believe there's a little video for us to watch, but we are at our first monolithic dome. Pretty cool, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. I really do. We're having a good time. Hey, Merry Christmas. All right. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. We're in our first dome, huh? Oh. I guess this would be like a what a rented unit would look like. Pretty neat. We are in a dome, huh? I tell you what's cool in here, isn't it? It's crazy cool in here. There's no AC on. Gosh, you can tell the difference right away. I mean, that's crazy. Here's the bathroom. God knows I got to use it. Right. Yeah, the corners are what get me. This is a small unit. And I got to do this. Gosh, that is solid. It's unbelievable. All right, Paul Catruff. I'm in this neat little dome, and you know, the first impression that I'm getting is temperature. You know, they always talk about how it lowers your cooling bill and your electric bill. The first thing I notice is the temperature. It is such a difference between the outside and inside. And as I'm walking around, the second thing is this, right off the bat. That's a boulder. It's like you're living in a boulder, and it really is so cool. As I stand next to the wall, because people always ask about the dome shape, as I stand next to the wall, my head is here. You don't really lose much space because it's not a straight wall. So if you see where I'm standing right there, you know, the curvature goes up, and it's really, really quite amazing with the temperature. It's just like, I mean, can you feel the temperature? I mean, it's crazy, but it's just, you get this impenetrable feeling like you're in a safe. And I gotta tell you, that's pretty neat. Let's go to the other visitor center. Oh, by the way, little things mean the most. If you come here like us, you gotta go pee, bring a napkin or toilet paper because they don't have any in there. But just the temperature is insane. I mean, I've walked into other people's houses. It doesn't feel anything like this. I guess what they say is true. The concrete holds the temperature, and I guess it kind of reflects that cool temperature back in. It's beautiful in here. But yeah, look at the wall. People always ask me, well, look, I'm standing right next to the wall, you know, by the time it goes up to here, I thought the curve would go like this, and you'd lose a lot of space, but you don't really lose a lot of space. But this is really neat. Let's go next door, and we'll go check that out. All right, we will head to the office and go check this out. That's pretty neat, the way they have the opening there in the front. I like that. Kind of neat. I guess you can get jiggy with the outside. They need a good pressure cleaning on this. Look at the roof. Wow. Pretty neat, huh? Yeah, this person has a net over there.
You could put mesh and then let it,
Yeah, I guess you could. You could put a net over it, you know. I think these are where people are renting, I think. I think this is more storage units or tornado shelters, actually. Yeah, this is where they build the tent. This whole layer of domes right here. This is where they custom build the tent to the size of dome you want. They put the fabric in there to there, and they roll it out, and they cut it, and they fabricate everything. What's that?
they're awfully small.
Well, those are little tiny cabins, I guess. Yeah, this seems to be where they fabricate everything. You can see these 3 domes there. It looks like they're testing an exterior. You get little blue lines there. And they have this coated with something. This is coated with white. I think this is where they make everything. This is the fabrication yard. Pretty neat. Yeah, you see, that is a good sized dome to live in. That's a big one.
Well, why do they keep the outer coating?
Well, some of them have the outer coating on, depending how you do it. I wouldn't want the outer coating. Some people like it, some people don't. No, I like the concrete exterior personally. These are the tents. This is how they do it. I guess they're, they make it here, right? They set these tents up, and I guess somebody's going to come pick them up and deliver them, is what I'm thinking. And of course, they blow the tent up, they wrap it with rebar, and they shoot it with concrete. Is what they do. I guess this would be like more like a construction office or something like that, right? Or you know what these are? They're going to finish them out and deliver them, I think. That's what it looks like. These guys are working in there. I guess they're fabricating, right? Yeah, that's kind of neat. You know, they have that design on the outside. All right, there's the boss, and we're here sitting in a little rest area, and they say if you sit in the middle, it's weird. If you stand right in the middle, everything echoes. That's weird, huh? I like it. That's pretty cool. Give me a guitar. But very, very solid. I mean, look how thick that is. Okay, Paul Katroff. Well, we just did a walk around of the yard, and I have to tell you, I mean, the structures themselves are pretty phenomenal. We went into that visitor center right there. You saw the beginning of the video. And when you get inside the structure, very, very cool, very interesting, very solid, very quality. As far as the experience here, I have to tell you, it's kind of a shame because you notice everything's very dirty and grimy, and it's a shame because you would think that a large show yard like this, all of the domes would be well maintained and painted, but you see dirt all over them as if they haven't been pressure cleaned in years. And I think that's really a shame because, from a first impression, you don't want the buyer to feel that that's what their place is going to look like 6 months after they buy it. I mean, it's just a solid concrete dome is what it is, but it's kind of a disappointment in a way because we showed up here, the visitor center is closed, there's nobody at the front office, and when you drive all this way, you want to get into a dome because it's a circle, right? And most people don't have a grasp on just how much square footage you need to live in. So we wanted to see layouts, we wanted to get inside a dome, we wanted to be able to say, hey, yeah, we can live in this. We wanted to compare and contrast. Let's say we want 1,000 square foot cabin. Does that equate with 1,000 square foot sphere? The only way to really know that is to get inside, and then you also have to see how they do the walls, how they place the bathrooms and everything at a size that's good for you. I was told online that, if you wanted 1,000 square foot place, you need to look at roughly a 13, 14, 100 square foot dome just to equate it. Well, we can't get that information because there's nobody really receptive here to let us in. As we walk around, everything looks like rental units, like residence, and it's kind of a shame because we drove 3 hours and I wanted to get in. The visitor center is awesome. It's the only place we can get into this little tiny dome, and first impressions really, really great, but we don't get a feel of what an actual home for us to live in would be, a reasonable size. I can see them, but these are all residents, and the upkeep is not nice. It's real dirty and grimy. It's really a shame because it's intriguing once you get into the visitor center. Once you leave, you're kind of walking around kind of lost, and there's just nobody to help you. So we're probably going to leave without getting an idea of a home that we could actually live in at a reasonable square footage without seeing the inside layout of a livable home versus a little visitor center. So a little disappointing. Structure's great, but we're going to drive around and see what we can do. All right, these are rentals, no doubt. I mean, you can see that. I mean, little tiny little domes, real tiny. I mean, yeah, great, super, but
Real dirty.
it's just kind of a little bit of disappointment because it's such cool structures, and you know, you're driving all this way, and you're not getting any answers. That's a neat looking little structure.
In 400 feet, turn left.
You know, there's the owner's house that I see. There's the owner of the company right there.
You think so?
Yeah, I know that.
Oh, over there.
Yeah, right there to the left. He's got the 3 domes, and he's got the 3 domes.
Okay.
Okay, on the way out, really nice setup. This is the owner's abode, 2,700 square feet or 2,500, something like that. And you know, granted, yeah, it's beautiful. It's really, really nice. Of course, they're the owner. Really nice place. And you know, he doesn't have that plastic film on the outside. He's got concrete and paint, which looks way better than that. But that's really, really nice, and it'd be neat to even get inside there as we leave. There's some other bigger places right at the entrance.
Want me to drive around there?
What's that?
Want me to drive down there?
Sure, drive down there wherever we can. Well, before we leave. Yeah, you know, most of these places are abodes and private residences, and I'm trying to get a fix on this.
Prepare to turn left. More than a quarter of a
You know,
mile.
all in all, I have to say, we drove 3 hours and have left with 0 questions answered. Now, just to be fair, you know, it's Christmas. It's 2 days before Christmas. But I did call the yard ahead of time. I called the owner, and he said, we'll be here till noon on Christmas Eve. We came the day before that because you're here 8 to 4. But what does "they're here" mean? I mean, everything is closed. There's nobody around. And it's kind of tough because you want the freedom to walk around, go into the actual front office and ask some questions. You want somebody to be there, and I'm, you know, a little disappointed. I mean, I wouldn't drive 3 hours to do this again. As a matter of fact, for those of you, I want you to know the structure is really neat. All we got to see was this little tiny visitor center that we got to go play in, and yes, I mean, that first impression was great. The rest of it was flat, and it's really disappointing. I mean, of course, I don't want to misjudge because it is right before the holidays, but I was quite surprised that nobody is in the front office. Nobody is there, and when you do walk around, it's very uninviting. It's very dirty, and it's a shame because you're all about the structure and you really want some information, and it really is kind of a shame. So we drove 3 hours here. Now, for all of you that are interested in the dome, it is really, really cool. In Livingston, I know where there are 2 small rental units. So basically, instead of driving 3 hours, just give me a call. I can show you in Livingston where to drive, and you'll see exactly what we saw here. 95% of this wasn't really approachable, and it was very intimidating walking in through. You were like, you know, are we in a show yard, or where are we at? Or everything is very dirty. It was very disappointing because I was really, really excited to come up here. And anyway, I know where there are 2 domes in Livingston. For those of you that are interested, save yourself the trouble. But who knows what will happen maybe later on in the year when they're busier, etc., and stuff like that. But I don't know. You know, you ready to head on back?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't even get pricing. I didn't get to demonstrate a model and go inside. I didn't get to look at a size model that would be right for us. I didn't get to talk to anybody. And I felt as if I was unwanted there, if anything else. It was very intimidating.
Yeah, it was.
Because everything was dirty. You're like, you know, it didn't...
There was nothing friendly.
Yeah, nothing.
No welcome.
Yes, boy, how do you make money like that? It's like...
I don't know.
It's like going to a really bad, beat-up car lot, isn't it?
Yep.
You know, with the sign that says we have the best cars. And anyway, Paul Catroff, 423buyland.com. And feel free to contact us any time of the week. This has been a great journey and a great excursion. We did this for everyone out there on the holiday season. It's a little away from the norm, but overall, it's a wrap, wouldn't you say? All right, good luck, guys. Take care. Have a wonderful day.